Hello guys, in this video we're going to use Riemann sums to solve a problem in economics. And if you haven't seen our video regarding Riemann sums, check it out, it's on our channel. However, if you have, let's proceed. In this problem, we have to find the total number of units produced by a factory in the first 4 hours of the shift and in the last 4 hours of the shift. We're given a productivity formula that will allow us to calculate the actual number of units produced at any given period of time. And we have to use left Riemann sums, and our n is set to 4. So without further ado, let's proceed to the solution. First, we'll calculate the Riemann sum from 0, the beginning of the shift, till the first 4 hours of the shift. And our n is set to 4. That means that our delta t equals 1. Now, to calculate the Riemann sum, we have to calculate the f of t at points 0, 1, 2, and 3, since we're using left Riemann sums. And let's actually calculate f0 first. Using our formula, we see that f0 simply gives us 0, and f1 gives us negative 1.5 plus 12. So that equals to 10.5. f2 equals to 4 times 1.5, so negative 6, plus 24, or 24 minus 6, and that gives us 18. f3 gives us 9 times 1.5, and that equals to 13.5. And plus negative 13.5 plus 36, or 36 minus 13.5, and that gives us 22.5. All right, so we have everything we need to calculate the Riemann sums. So let's do it. And first we have 0 plus 10.5 plus 18 and plus 22.5. So this and this will give us 33 plus 18. That gives us 51. So we realize now that our first 4 hours give us the total of 51 produced units. All right, now we will calculate the second half of the shift, or the last 4 hours. And for that, we will still use the left-hand side, which gives us f of 4. And the f of 4, if you calculate it, it's 16 times 1.5 plus 12 times 4. And that gives you 24 units produced in the 4th hour. And f5 gives us 22.5. So it kind of mirrors the first 4 hours. f6 gives us 18. And f7 gives us 10.5. Now that we have both of the sides and the approximations for the respective first and second half of the shifts, and by the way, let's calculate how much we get through our left-hand side calculation for the second half of the shift, and that's 33 plus 18, that gives us 51, and 51 plus 24 gives us 75. So the total number of units is 75 over here. Let's see how far that is from the truth, and what the graph of that productivity actually looks like. All right, so here's our graphic representation of the function that we were just calculating our units for. And you can see that the productivity increases, and as we reach the vertex of this parabola, which is located conveniently at 4 hours, and we can calculate that by actually taking the formula of the vertex, which is 2b, b divided by -2a, and that means 12 divided by 3. That gives us the vertex at 4. So the productivity starts to decrease as we approach the end of the shift. And the actual number, if you think about it for a second, should be equivalent on both sides. So this here is the actual total number produced during the shift. You could obtain it by calculating the actual integral from 0 to 8 of this function. And that means that during the each half of the shift, we had produced 64 units. So this should give us 64 in a perfect world, and so should this. Well, we are a little bit off in both cases. And an important thing to point out, and perhaps the purpose of this exercise was to demonstrate that over here we have an increasing function, and in this case our left Riemann sum gives us an underestimation, whereas when the function is decreasing, the left Riemann sum gives us an overestimation. So which one would be more accurate? If we again consider that the number should be 64 in both cases, let's see what we get if we subtract 64 from what we actually got. And in this case, the error is going to be 13 units. And in this case, the error is going to be slightly less at 11 units. That means that in this particular case, the left Riemann sum on a descending function is more accurate, if only by 2 units still. Thank you very much for watching this video. Hopefully you've learned something useful today. Now click here to subscribe, watch other videos, and stay geekly. Bye bye.